You see an old man in the street, but I say come and sit with me for a spell, and I will tell you the truth of your existence. Allow me to explain to you that very thing that controls everything that you do. You are bound in blindness, and I, the old man in the street, know your truth.
Emperor, King, Caesar. These are names given to men who have asserted their power over the known world. When you consider the men worthy of the label great, you hear the names Alexander, Hannibal, Augustus, Xerxes. These men have indeed left their imprint on this world in such a way that we can remember them even after their deaths. However, there is one man whose legend has been forgotten. One man whose name has been overlooked in the most inexplicable of ways. A man whose name brought terror to the minds of even the most mighty Spartan and Titan warriors of the past. His name is Conquest the Challenger.
I know what you're thinking. You've heard of Conquest, and yes, it is the same Conquest you know as Conquest the Conqueror. But let me tell you the truth of your honored and endeared leader.
Conquest rose to power under the merciful and aging ruler, Gilberto the Grey, whose years of kingship had left him weary from dealing with young mutinous rulers. However, Conquest was not the typical young leader. Conquest was a well-trusted and respected advisor of the king because he had designed the capital city's intricate water system, in which he was handsomely rewarded with expensive gifts and a high-ranking job overseeing the city's water supply. As Conquest's wealth and fame grew, he became more and more envious of Gilberto the Grey's seat of power, and he began dreaming of the power and control of Gilberto the Grey's kingdom.
The fuel was present, and all that was needed was the spark to start the inferno.
That spark came in the form of a power-hungry general named Tychus the Hammer, whose name was given to him because of the way he hammered his enemies on the battlefield using his fingerless right hand. Tychus' discontentment about the merciful way that Gilberto treated us, his subjects, was known by many. However, the generous compensation that Gilberto gave to all his generals kept Tychus deterred for a while. Eventually, Tychus and Conquest became aware of their similar greedy desires, and they made an arrangement together that allowed them to seize Gilberto's throne, control his people, and still keep their glorious reputations. The first step in seizing power was to remove Gilberto from his throne. Conquest schemed a way by which he would use his personal guard, Julius Robi, to poison Gilberto's royal water supply. When Gilberto died, the people of the empire became fearful that perhaps their water supply was contaminated as well. With a frantic, thirsty public, Conquest created a new cure that he told the public would purify the water. However, the chemical actually contained minerals that caused the people to grow fearfully anxious. With Gilberto eliminated from the equation and Conquest looking like the hero of the day in the eyes of the people, Conquest placed Tychus as the viceroy over the empire, intimidating the fearful society to hold them in order. Tychus called on one of his former enemies, a barbaric mob known as the Aquidai. The Aquidai were allowed to travel throughout the realm, making spoils of the fearful people, yet they were to retreat in fear when Tychus came as the hero to rescue the people. To this day, no one has been able to overthrow the rule of Conquest the Conqueror as you know him. Very few people remain who remember the days of old, people who know the truth about the past and the captivity in which we all now live. As a matter of fact, there is a legend that two people, Timotheus, the Keeper of Time, and the Lady of Dinard, both know the whereabouts of Conquest's chemical agents that can set the people free from their fear and restore the kingdom to light. So perhaps there is still a place for hope A hope that one day there will arise a mighty Spartan or a glorious Titan who will begin to inspire the crowds to take back their land.
A warrior who will refuse to live in bondage or fear.